Onlinegaming.
The new season is finally here. Season 12. What's up guys, it's Art from Onlinegaming. Hope you guys are all doing well. Back with another video, back with another new season. It's eFootball2027, the recent update. Let's get into season 12. So without taking too much more time, make sure to subscribe below, like the video, and let's get into this. So we're gonna kick off season 12 with two competitions, Underdogs and Titans. What does that mean? Let's get into this. Your team strength is at 31,000 for both Underdog and Titans. So Underdogs, let's start with the first competition. So this competition is going to work. Your collective strength needs to be at 31,000 or below. Then you can choose all your managers that you want to. Any manager that you have at your disposal, you can choose. Then we move on to no epic or retired or double booster players are allowed. So those are the players with the double boosters, and your players that are currently retired, they are not allowed in this squad. Then your current players that you are going to be selecting, they can have a single booster, but they need to be below 100, so 99 and below. Now we move over to Titans. This is basically the opposite of what Underdogs is, right? Titans, it says it in the name. Team collective strength 3,100 or below. All your players, your strongest squad, all your epics, all your booster players, every single player, you can now register them into the squad. But you need to make sure that you stay within 31,000 or below. Then all your managers can be selected. Then this is the exciting part. The top 8 players within this competition, right, will move into a custom competitive competition versus a different community. So there are a few communities out there, competitive players out there that has been very eagerly wanting to play against us as the Onlinegaming players. So now we're going to take the top 8 best performing players within the Titans League. Then we're going to match you against the 8 top players from a different community. How exciting is that? I'm excited for that part, and I'm sure and I hope actually that you guys are excited about that. That is something new that I actually added for season 12. Now I want to show you how to build these two squads, especially for you guys that are new and you guys that are still a bit unfamiliar with how to build your squad. Underdog squad should look something like this. Your collective strength, you need to be 3,100 and below. Then select your manager, your preferred manager. Then go into your reserves. Then select all the players that are available at your disposal. So you can see most of these players doesn't have a booster, but however, I do want to point out for some players that has single boosters, right? If they are currently playing, here's where it gets a little bit tricky, but if they are still currently playing, right, then you are allowed to use them, but they need to be below the 100 rated player. So they cannot exceed 100, they need to be 99 and below. Like if you look at Otamendi, if you look at players such as McKennie, Yildiz, those are all players that has single boosters. They are allowed in your team if they do not exceed 100. Let's move into the Titans. Let me build you your squad for the Titans. Everything goes. Every player that you have at your disposal, every powerful player, OP player, double booster, triple boosters, triple skills, any player is allowed to be used here. But one thing you need to keep in mind, you need to be at the collective strength of 3,100. How you're gonna get that right? Only you can decide which players are going to be registered, but it's going to be extremely difficult because a lot of players are reaching the heights of 105, 107, even 109, probably even 110, I think. But you need to decide, are you going to sacrifice them for the lower rated players, 99, 104, 102? Only you can decide that. But at the end of the day, you need to make the tough decisions and then build your squad around a 3,100 collective strength and use any player that you want. And that is how you build your Titan squad. Now that you know how to build your 2 squads, I need you to remember this point right now. You are not allowed to make any changes throughout the competition. Maybe I'll introduce a transfer window for you, but until we are submitting our squads, you are not allowed to make any changes in between, because you will lose points by doing that. So make sure that you have all your desired players and you have all your desired coaches and everything that you wanted. You register them and then submit it to the admin. We will approve it, and then you are allowed to play in this competition. So how do you register to the competition? Very simple. In the link below, and also I'll make sure to leave it in the description below as well. That's how you register. If you are a console gamer, PS4, PS5, Xbox, doesn't matter. Make sure that you register if you are interested in this. If you're not part of our platform yet, make sure to subscribe, reach out to me in the comments below, and then I'll take it from there. All you need to remember is this is a platform that it's guys that have fun. We enjoy playing this game. Love or hate, it's a love or hate relationship at the end of the day. But guys, thanks for joining, thanks for watching the video up until this point, and make sure to tune in, because season 12 is gonna be one hell of a ride. I'll check you in the next one, guys. Peace out.